Assalamu alaikum, 8th class. Welcome to our class, and this is your science lecture. As you know, we have started unit number 5. In our previous lecture, we have discussed some rules for balancing the chemical equations. Today, we will do a mini exercise given on page number 68. In this exercise, you will balance some chemical equations. As the first chemical equation is iron is reacting with chlorine and making iron chloride. In the next equation, aluminium is reacting with oxygen and forming aluminium oxide. So these are not balanced. So to balance these equations, what will you do? Now, first of all, count each atom one by one. There are one iron on reactant side and one iron on product side. It means iron is balanced. Now see the chlorine molecule. There are 2 chlorine atoms on reactant side and 3 chlorine atoms on product side. So to balance the chlorine, we will multiply with some suitable coefficients. In that side, on reactant side, I have multiplied chlorine with the 3 2 is 6. There are now 6 atoms of chlorine on reactant side. So to balance this on product side, I have multiplied the chlorine with the 2 3 is 6. Now the chlorine atoms are also 6 on product side, but the iron become unbalanced. Number of iron atoms become unbalanced. So to balance this, on reactant side I have multiplied 2 with iron. So in the same way we'll balance the second equation, that is aluminium plus oxygen. And now see the number of aluminium on reactant side. There is 1 aluminium on reactant side and 2 aluminium on product side. So to balance, there is a need to multiply 2 on reactant side, but now look at the oxygen first. I suppose we have multiplied 2 on reactant side. There are 2 atoms of oxygen on reactant side and 3 atoms of oxygen on product side too. So to balance this, I'll multiply 3 on reactant side and 2 on product side. 3 to the 6, 3 to the 6. Now oxygen is balanced, but aluminium have become unbalanced because there are 4 number of atoms on reactant side. 2 to the 4. So no 2 will multiply with 4 with aluminium. Our next topic of discussion is, in the same way you will, before discussing the next topic, you will do these 2 equations balanced, and in the same way as we have done the first 2 equations. Law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass is proposed by Lavoisier in 1785. Lavoisier proposed that during a chemical reaction, energy, or we can say the mass, is never created nor destroyed. ना तो mass बनता है नया, ना ही destroy होता है, बल्कि mass before the reaction और after the reaction same ही रहता है. In other words, during a chemical reaction, total mass of the products is equal to the total mass of reactants. To prove this, an activity is performed. We have taken a small amount of sodium chloride in a flask, as you can see from the diagram, and we had taken a small amount of silver nitrate solution in our test tube. The test tube was hanged with the wall of flask having sodium chloride solution. In that way, that the silver nitrate will not mix with the sodium chloride. And in the same way, we have weighed the solution. The weight was about 200 grams. After that, the test tube was shaped in that way that the silver nitrate solution mixes with the sodium chloride. So the reaction takes place. The equation of this reaction will be as follows: silver nitrate plus sodium chloride. These are the reactants. What will be the products? The products will be silver chloride and sodium nitrate. After the reaction happened, the weight of both the solutions, or we can say the products, were weighed. The weight were 200 grams. So in that way it is proved that the mass of the reactants before the chemical reaction is equal to the mass of the products that are formed after a chemical reaction. This activity verifies the law of conservation of mass. This is very important law of conservation of mass. This is very important law. In some reactions, like some other reactions, the mass does not remain constant before the reaction and after the reaction. Where the mass go, it actually mixes with the environment in the form of energy. It never destroyed nor created. So that was your lecture about the law of conservation mass. I hope you have understand it and you will follow the lecture.